Good evening again, classmates. So, I have here my topic about global business practices. I am Mualidin M. Tatak from Group 10. So, next slide, ma'am. Yeah, yun lang po. So here, I need your cooperation from your sa group chat, sa chat room lang po. Pwede po kayo sumagot ng saan dyan ang choice nyo po. Parang siyang participation lang po, parang konting drills lang. So, kung bibili kayo ng phone, which do you prefer? A or B?
A.
So, next slide, ma'am. So, if you want to buy a motor vehicle, which do you prefer? Letter A or B? So you can,
A, sir.
okay, ma'am.
Akin B. Oh.
Next slide. So if you want to buy shirt, which do you prefer for the brand?
A.
Okay, thank you, classmate. So at least meron tayong parang overview background sa ating topic. So I have here is the global business practices. So yung pinresent na choices, it is related dito sa ating uh, topic. Global business practices in globalization refers to the business activities companies engage in across international borders, facilitated by the interconnectedness of global markets, including aspects like sourcing materials from different countries, selling products worldwide, establishing business overseas operations, and collaborating with international partners, all driven by the trend of globalization, which allows for easier movement of goods, services, capital, and people across national boundaries. So again, as our example in the drills, so it is about business. So it is facilitated by interconnectedness of global markets, including the sourcing materials. So meron tayong mga gamit na made from China, made from US. So yung selling products worldwide, establishing overseas operation, at sa next slide, ma'am. We have here the word global economy. So what is global economy? Next slide, ma'am. Global economy, also referred to as the world economy. It refers to the international exchange of goods and services. It also means as the free movement of goods, capital services, technology, and information. So if there is exchange of goods and services, that is we can call global economy. For instance, yung importing and exporting means ng different country, masasabi rin natin yan na global economy. So about din sa technology, pag may technology na bago sa Japan, ma-introduce sa Pinas, that is what we call global economy. So next slide, ma'am. Global economy refers to the interconnected worldwide economic activities that take place between multiple countries. So different countries ang nag-engage in global economy. These economic activities can have their positive or negative impact on the countries involved. So next slide, ma'am. So we have two types of economies. Next slide, ma'am. First is the protectionism. Protectionism, protecting one's economy from foreign competition by creating trade barriers. So again, as Ma'am's Olimpian discuss yung about sa tariff and trades. So dito siya nabilong. Merong country na pinoprotektahan nila ang kanilang goods and commodity by shortening their tariff. So for instance, in our Philippines, noon yung taripa ng bigas is nasa 35% para maprotektahan yung local na farmer. So ngayon binabaan niya ng 15%. So medyo umara yung mga local farmers. Kasi nga, ang iisip naman negosyante, mag-import-import na lang. So, because of our government, na-aim nila yung pababayin yung presyo ng bigas. So, they need na or yung nang kailang naisip na para lesser yung price ng bigas sa market is pababaan yung tarif or yung taripa ng pag-import ng bigas. So, next slide mo. So, we have the trade liberalization, reducing trade barriers to make international trade easier between countries. So, sa tariff commission, meron silang tinatawag na mga free trade agreements sa Asian countries. So, pag mag-import ka galing sa China, minsan yung, depende sa commodity, minsan yung commodity, wala siyang tariff or zero duty siya. Kaya, meron tinatawag na mga ASEAN companies na, or countries. Kaya, medyo malesen yung barriers sa pag-import. So, next slide, ma'am. We have here global economy or economic globalization. It is concerned with globalization of products, finance market, technology, organizational regimes, institutions, corporations, and labor. Next slide, ma'am. It is expanding since the emergence of transnational trade and increase exponentially due to the increased rate of communication and technology. So, yung pagsimula ng global economy is onwards na simula na yung merong uh, agreement or interconnectedness ng mga different countries. So, nag-increase yung rate din ng communication and technology. Maraming nagagawang mga programs patungkol sa development ng technology sa paggamit through communication channel. So, next slide, ma'am. The creation of World Trade Organizations made countries cut down trade barriers and open their current accounts and capital accounts. Next slide, ma'am. We have here the market integration. So what is this market integration all about? It is the prices among different locations or related goods follow the same pattern over a long period of time. The market integration exists. So we have product from other country and here in our country naman is parang proportionate yung kanilang price. So pag merong ganun nangyayari, ibig sabihin there is an integration of market. Exist siya. So next slide, ma'am, about market integration. When group of prices often move proportionally to each other and when this relation is very clear among different markets, then market is integrated. Next slide, ma'am. Next slide, ma'am. Ulit lang. We have here, next slide, the role of international financial institution in the creation of global economy. So what are these? Next slide, ma'am. International financial institutions or the IFI, these are chartered by more than one country and therefore are subject to international law. So it is composed of different countries ito sa international financial institutions. So of course, meron international law na sinusundan para hindi ma-bypass yung rules and regulation ng bawat country when it comes to financial matter. Next slide mo. The owners or holders are generally national governments, although other international institutions and other organizations occasionally figure as shareholder. So commonly, the IFIs are the government. So next slide, ma'am. The most of prominent IFIs are creation of multiple nations, although some bilateral financial institutions created by two countries exist and are technically IFIs. Next slide, ma'am. The international financial institutions are the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, the Multilateral Development Fund. Next slide, ma'am. The Multilateral Development Fund, which include, so ito yung matunog sa atin, naririnig sa mga news, World Bank Group, African Development Bank, Asian Development Bank, and Inter-American Development Bank. So through globalization, na-create itong mga partners ng different countries. Uh, this bank, na itong mga bank ay tutulong sa mga bansa na nakipag-unayan sa globalization na tinatawag. So in World Bank Group, different countries na pwede tayong pumiram dyan o mag-invest. So yan yung mga isa sa mga functions ng mga bank na ito na kinreate during globalization. Next slide, ma'am. We have here the word cultural globalization. So when globalization exists, so it affects also the cultural ng isang country. So what is this all about? Next slide, ma'am. Cultural globalization refers to the spread of culture throughout the world. For example, the proliferation of Mexican restaurants through other countries such as the United States. So as we can see dito sa atin sa Pinas, because of cultural globalization, meron ng mga kainan dito ng mga samgyeopsal, yung mga Japanese food na na-introduce dito sa atin. That is what we call cultural globalization. So next slide, ma'am. So another meaning of cultural globalization, it is a process whereby particular culture, meaning ideas, values, and experiences are disseminated throughout the world through a variety of means, major among which include transborder movement of people, popular culture media, and international communication. So sa ngayon, merong mga, like in Cebu, may mga Asian country na pumupunta na inirahan sa Cebu. Like yung mga Korean, Chinese. Kasi doon na sila nag-aaral sa Cebu. Merong mga Korean school doon or mga English school na mas gusto ng mga Korean na nag-aaral. So, kasi nga mas maganda yung turo ng mga English dito kaysa sa kanila. So, inadapt nila yung pag-aaral dito. So, dito rin sila naninirahan. They adapt the culture of uh, Philippines. So, next slide, ma'am. Moreover, globalization has facilitated cultural exchange programs such as student exchange, international conferences, and artistic collaborations. These initiatives allow individuals to experience different cultures firsthand, engage in meaningful interactions, and develop a deeper appreciation from cultural diversity. Next slide now. There has been a growing trend in cultural tourism that focuses on indigenous communities, providing economic opportunities while raising awareness about their cultural heritage. Examples include indigenous cultural festivals, community-based tourism initiatives, and sustainable practices. Next month. I think this is all about my report. Thank you. Thank you, classmates, sa pakikinig.